Gather round, friends new and old, and welcome to the POWWOW podcast. We are your hosts, Philip.
And David.
Well, we got through the holidays, or at least date-wise we have. You and me have yet to go through Thanksgiving, but again, that comes along with our plan to actually get Christmas off. So I guess it's going to be a weird transitioning period for us where since we're like not only a week ahead, we're like almost technically like date time. We're like 2 weeks ahead of where we would even release this episode. So it becomes odd to say Merry Christmas, David, but I should. Merry Christmas.
We're currently on 22nd of November, but you guys are listening to this 3rd of December or later. So it's a bit strange for us. Now, last week was Thanksgiving. You heard our Thanksgiving episode, we hope. That was fun. But the week before that, we released an episode where we interviewed another podcast, Drink Wine, Spill Tea, and I have an apology to make.
Oh, do you?
We played a game with them that was hosted by David Sampson, and it involved impressions. Now, I was asked to do an impression of Seth MacFarlane as Peter Griffin. If you listen to this episode, you know that I was drunk for most of the episode. I drank a whole bottle of wine by myself while recording the main topic. And so by the time the game came around, I was not 100%. Let's just say that. Now, I was asked to do this impression of Seth MacFarlane as Peter Griffin. Seth MacFarlane obviously does the voice of Peter Griffin, which makes sense. Now, I thought it was really weird because I'm pretty sure the audio must have cut out because what I heard was Seth Rogen as Peter Griffin. And I thought, wow, that's weird. That's such a weird combination, but I guess I'll give it a go. Now, does it make a little bit more sense why I was like,
Absolutely. I wondered if it was like a European thing. I don't know if they dubbed it where since it's all animated. I didn't know what was going on with you. I also knew you were drunk, man. So I didn't know.
I don't know why I didn't ask the question because I must have misheard. It must have been like a small cut. Like I must have heard Seth and just heard Seth Rogen and I didn't even question it. I just went for it. And that's why I did Seth Rogen and then said like Brian and God. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Well, to be fair,
I'm not going to claim that I do a great impression of Peter Griffin, but I definitely could have done a lot better than that under the circumstances. And I actually think I lost that game because of that.
I'm sure you did.
But anyway.
To be fair, whenever you're inebriated, I'm sure the first person and first celebrity anybody goes to is Seth Rogen. He's just a lovable teddy bear and represents inebriation of all levels.
All right, so it is December, and we have a whole month of Christmas-themed or holiday-themed episodes lined up for you guys. We're going to call it the 4 weeks of Christmas, and the idea is we're going to start out here talking about what most people are doing at this time of year. Black Friday just happened. Sorry, Phil.
I just wanted. So this will be week 1 of a 4-week commitment to 4 weeks of Christmas. So week 1, here we go. 4 weeks of
Christmas. Woo! And we imagine this will be an annual thing. Every year we're going to do our 4 weeks of Christmas on POWWOW podcast, and it's going to be a blast. So this week is obviously week 1. I don't think that needed saying, but thank you, Phil, for saying that. Now, obviously, what most people are doing at this time of year is Christmas shopping. You guys are buying gifts for your loved ones, your not so loved ones who you feel obliged to buy a gift for, whatever. So we're going to talk a little bit about gift giving, and then we have a fun game later on that same theme coming up with a guest in a minute. But first, we're going to talk about all the things that we might have bought on Black Friday, all the gifts of the past. What's the deal, Phil?
Yeah, so I wanted to think of just gifts in general. Now, we'll talk later about maybe some more specific gifts between us, but I thought that we can commiserate, empathize, go with everybody else where it's the first stage of getting gifts is, of course, giving gifts. And that's not necessarily always true. Sometimes people give you unsuspected gifts. But for the most part, I think I speak for a fair amount of the population where actually my favorite part of Christmas is giving gifts. So this part is very exciting, but it does hit you in the wallet. So we'll talk about a few instances of this. So let's start out here first. I actually want to start out here first, David. Who is the hardest to shop for in your family? When it comes to getting a
Oh,
gift, who is the hardest to shop for?
oh, I mean, it can be hard to find stuff for like my mom or my sister just because they like things that I just had know nothing about.
Mm,
My sister likes getting makeup stuff, and I can't buy makeup stuff. I know nothing about that. And my brother is all into skating. He can be difficult to buy for, but really, it's my dad
really?
because we started a few years ago. We started doing a not so secret Santa thing, so everyone buys one person a gift in my family because buying one gift for each person, like you said, it really hits you in the wallet. So we do like a not so secret Santa. My dad, like, it's easy to find something that he'd like, but it's impossible to buy those things within the budget, because
Ah,
like my dad, I don't know, it's not like he has expensive taste. Not that he always buys the most pricey things, but the things that he would like to receive as a gift tend to be like way pricier than anyone else in the family. And well, with the exception of me, like what I would love for my birthday or Christmas, whatever, is a really nice film camera. But
yeah,
that's like a Sony film camera. Like even like the small ones, the compact ones will cost you like new 3 grand easily.
easily, yeah.
So
So your
yeah,
dad
definitely
is your
my
answer.
dad. Me, but other than me, my dad.
Right. In my family, I think everybody kind of has their thing. And weirdly enough, I think I have a pretty good read on everybody except for my mom. Now, here's the difference between probably my mom and others. My mom is a very giving person. Like she went to college and pursues a degree in fundraising. Her big thing in life is to give back to others. It's an enviable trait. I often find myself trying to resemble that and bring that and incorporate that into my own life. But when it comes to giving a gift to the person who gives everything away, it kind of creates a weird element there that I find it hard to find what would my mom actively like, maybe enjoy, maybe use year round. Sure, there's the minuscule things. I can find stocking stuffers fairly easy. There are guilty pleasures that she likes along those routes. But to actively find something that she will enjoy as like a bigger gift, a gift that I would spend a bigger price tag on, it's actually quite hard because here's the thing: I have to find something that she will use. Like if I get her like a massage bubble bath thing like for people's feet, I'm sure lots of mothers, lots of people would enjoy that, use it throughout the year, whatever. My mom would say, "Yeah, that's cool for day one," but she would not use it for the rest of the time. I remember as a kid, I once got her like a waffle maker, and that's, I think, the trap that we all fall into time and time again, where it's like, it's not a gift really for her, it's a gift for myself. So that's been one thing that I've tried to grow out of rapidly. Like, I think even when I was like 16 and up, that was something I was trying to convert myself away from, buying her a gift, not a gift for like the family or for us. But it's very hard to nail down what my mom's into. And then we have the fiasco of last year where I bought her something for gardening, and so did everybody else in the family. So she got like 5 sets of gardening gloves that she now has for the end of time when she only needed one, if that. My mom is the hardest person to shop for in my family. Who/how do you determine to get gifts for, David? Do you have a rhyme or reason towards, oh, you get a gift versus, oh,
I
you
mean,
don't get a gift?
no, not really. It's not really a rhyme or reason because from year to year it's different. I tend to try to keep it consistent with like the levels of people who I will get gifts for. So I'll always get gifts for my family, for my nuclear family.
Sure.
But extended family only if I know I'm going to see them on their birthday or on Christmas, and only if they are close to me, if I believe that they might get me a gift, like, and it's the same with birthdays. Like, if someone got me a birthday gift, I'm going to try to get that person a birthday gift. It's really just that. It's about reciprocity. And we talked about this when we talked about birthdays,
Sure.
but definitely that. I just about like, would that person do this for me? If not, then no, I'm not going to spend money on them. What about you?
My general rule of thumb, and like you said, we've talked about this before, but it's worth mentioning yet again, give a gift once. Then, if none's returned, no gift next year. Now, what does that mean? That doesn't mean that the first gift you give has to be out of this world. If anything, I think at least if you're coming from the other person, let's say like Hoffman, I gave you socks last year. That's not a huge gift. That's not that didn't cost me too much, but it was a thoughtful gift. At least I thought to give you a gift. And if you had given me a toaster convection oven, there's at least the thought when you're giving me said toaster convection oven, at least they got me a gift. And especially if it's our first interaction of giving each other gifts, I now know maybe next year I have to step it up, as opposed to if I give you socks and you give me nothing. Well, at least now I know, hey, I gave you socks. It was nice. It was thoughtful. I'm sure you thought you were loved and the idea of me getting you a gift was completed. But then next year, I understand, okay, maybe we're just not on gift giving terms. Maybe I'll just say, hey, send you a Merry Christmas text, whatever that would be. That's what I usually do. I give the first gift once. And then if that's not reciprocated, then we'll move forward in life knowing that, okay, we just don't have a gift giving relationship, which is fine. It's not necessary. Not all of my relationships do I give gifts nor receive gifts, but I try to be a generous person of at least initiating the first time of making sure to give a gift, should it be a fruitful relationship. All right, last portion here.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I have a question for you. Has there ever been a gift that you've received that has really taken you by surprise?
By surprise in a good or bad way, or just either?
Well, ideally in a good way, but I mean, a bad way might be interesting as well.
Well, here's the thing: is I'm thinking that later on we'll be doing bad gifts, so I don't necessarily want to give that away. But a gift that was given to me that took me by surprise. You know what? I have to say that actually last year, we've mentioned my other podcast on this podcast before, Chopped Greens, and I have a co-host named Gary. And I must be honest when I say that while I knew that my co-host on that show was going to get me a gift, he put a lot of thought into his gift to me. I put some thought. I put a fair amount. Like I got I knew that on the time we were talking about cookies, or there was something to do with cookies. And so I got him a cookie and milk bracelet, or not bracelet, necklace, excuse me. Big difference there. I got him that and it was fine. It was a cute little gift, but he went to like extra thoughtful levels where he got, and this is a big thing, especially if you know me, he got me broccoli, orange juice, like a whole carton of orange juice and strawberries, all for my smoothie because he knew I liked a smoothie, and those are the main ingredients. On top of popcorn, I love popcorn, just like a bag of freshly popped popcorn. And I think he even got me a movie. I can't off the top of my head remember a movie. I think it was a gag movie, but he still got me a movie, a DVD. And again, not expensive, really. I think all in all, it was probably it had to be well under $20. So we spent the same amount, but the thoughtfulness was just out of this world to where I thought, wow, it really shocked me just how much some people can listen, especially if you're co-hosting. I guess with some parts will get through the mental barrier there. But I was blown away by how generous or thoughtful a gift that was to be given by him. It blew me away last year. So Gary's gift to me last year. How about yourself?
There's been a few. I remember my sister got me concert tickets once, and that really took me by surprise. But the one that pops in my head is one that an ex-girlfriend got me. She got me suspenders, like a nice pair of suspenders to wear under like a suit, and I loved it. I was like, it was something I never thought I wanted, but once she gave them to me, I was like, this is amazing.
Had you owned suspenders before?
No. Never. I never. I mean, not since I was maybe little and my mom put suspenders on me.
Sure.
But no, I never, like, I'd always worn a belt to hold up my suit pants. But
do you still have them?
Now I still have the suspenders.
Do you
never
think
once
of her
have
when
I worn them?
Oh, okay. But at the time, it was a surprising.
I still want to.
Okay.
I still want to. It was a great gift. I still want to wear them, but I've never had because there's like
the occasion.
They have like a leather thingy that you actually supposed to button them to your pants. So you actually have to have a button tailored onto your pants to hold so I've never actually gone and got my pants tailored to have the button so that I can use my suspenders with them. So, and I've never gotten around to getting it done, but it was a good gift. It was a gift that like completely took me by surprise. It wasn't something that I'd expressed an interest in, but I did love it.
All right. What is, Hoffman, the most expensive gift you've ever gotten someone else?
This is tough. I remember this one, this one time, I uh, I had gotten a gift for the same ex girlfriend delivered to her because we were long distance, and and she I told her to video herself opening it for me, and so she's got this like long box. I had ordered her a T-shirt,
Okay.
and it came in this long like rectangular like box, and she was opening it, and then she like was stripping away like this like breaking the seal along the corner by like pulling away a strip. You know how those
Yeah.
fancy boxes are, and I was
Yeah.
like, this is a weird fancy box for a T-shirt. And she's opening it, and like inside there's this like white box, and I'm like, now this is really weird for a T-shirt though, right? And she's like in this video, she's like, what is this? And her friend is filming, and she's like, did he get you an Apple Watch? And it's an Apple Watch, and she's like, oh my god, oh my god, this is amazing, like you got me an Apple Watch. And I was like, I was watching this video
In
like
horror.
thinking, no, obviously not, gosh. But and
Oh.
she opens it up, and she's like putting it on, and I'm just like, oh God, no, I did not get you an Apple Watch. I got you a friggin' T-shirt, okay?
So wait,
Anyway,
where was the mishap? Did you buy yourself an Apple Watch?
someone, no, someone like a cousin of hers had delivered the Apple Watch to her to bring
Ah.
back to Brazil over Christmas or something.
Ah.
Uh, and she had thought it was my gift. Anyway, all right. So that's just a funny story, cringe story. No, I don't know. I've gotten someone a flight to London once as a birthday gift. They came with me. Well, they came to visit me when I was doing a summer in the Netherlands while I was living in LA. I came back for the summer. They came to visit me, and as a birthday gift, I got them a flight from Amsterdam to London to do more Europe tourism. But I think that the winner has to be when I rented a Mustang for the day for my friend Yegor, who's been on the podcast before. He came on as a guest once, and he was visiting LA, and he really wanted the American experience. And we were going to drive down to San Diego
Ah, yes.
along the coastline. We didn't go on the freeway, which takes 2 hours. We went on the Pacific Coast Highway, which takes like 4 hours, but worth it. And I rented. It was his, like, he really wanted an American muscle car, and so we rented a Mustang, a convertible Mustang, and drove it down the coast to San Diego, and it was awesome. It was way more expensive than I expected it to be. Like the online prices, because we were both under 25, ended up being
Yeah.
like double,
Yeah.
and it killed me at that time where I was making like almost no money. It was rough, but yeah, worth it.
Looking back on it now, worth it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it was a fun time, and we got to drive a Mustang down the Pacific Coast, which was
Sure.
pretty cool. A convertible Mustang, no less.
Right.
So yeah, and he enjoyed it very much. So, what about you? Most expensive gift you've ever gotten someone?
Of course, it has to do with an ex. Of course.
I never got any expensive gifts for my exes, as far as I can remember. I just didn't spend that. Like, jewelry usually cost me like $50 to $80, but I've spent more than that on friends / my friend Yegor.
I have a couple exes with expensive tastes, unfortunately. So, but there was like, maybe $100 worth of perfume here and there. But the one that takes the bait, the one that really, really, I look back on it, I'm
Takes
like,
the cake.
it takes everything. It took everything from me because it was so expensive.
Yeah,
So
it'll do that.
It'll do that. Yes. So this is like the third year of a relationship. So, I mean, pretty much all the cheap options have kind of been taken. Like at this point, I'm now like repeat central. So I'm like, what can I do that's novel, that's new, that maybe, is a little bit more. And the one nice thing about having a girlfriend with expensive taste is that they also give expensive gifts in return. So again, to go back on reciprocity, I wanted to give a gift of equal value, or at least in the same realm. And I was like, well, what's the one thing, if anything, that she loves more than me? Hard as it may be to find something out of that. It was the dog that we shared. We had a dog that we adopted together. And so I'm like, well, she loves that dog. I love that dog, but she loves that dog. well, I already got her the dog. How do I? So I started thinking, I'm like, what do I? And then all of a sudden it hit me. I was like, okay. So I set in my order and it comes in the mail. I got her for $350. Someone to
Jesus.
paint a portrait of our dog in a majestic pose. Now, nowadays, like you can like photocopy that to where it looks like a portrait, and they have like services for this. But I actually hired an artist. I found, I think I want to say like something close to Etsy. It may not have even been Etsy. I think we contacted through email.
Craigslist.
Yeah, I think he lived in Mexico, which is, I mean, fine, great with him. So, I mean, I had to pay for shipping on top of that. I mean, it was an expensive gift. Finally, she opens it on Christmas, and I will say she was quite pleased with the gift, but still, by far, this regal portrait and portfolio of our dog that, that somehow I ended up getting in the breakup. I don't know how that happened, but I didn't get
You
the
got the
dog.
portrait?
I got the portrait, but not the dog. I was like, I don't want this makes no sense. Take it back, but she wouldn't. So, anyways, it's in a fire somewhere. I don't know. But anyways, $350 for a portrait that was short-lived, but meaningful for the time upon its giving. By far the most expensive gift I've ever given. This episode of POWWOW Podcast is sponsored by Sides.
Meet Sides. SIDES, an app that helps you take the law into your own hands.
Turn ordinary agreements into binding contracts in seconds. Then, if a dispute arises, Sides will step in to resolve it for you.
Wait, Phil, that was supposed to be my line.
What did we agree to in the contract?
I don't know. I guess we can use Sides to settle this dispute because each dispute costs a small one-time fee.
And if you win, which I will, it's all awarded back to you.
Sign up now and get 16% off for a limited time only.
May I help you?
You talking to me?
I need to talk to you.
A little word of advice.
You're welcome.
Oh, you're welcome then.
You're welcome. The mini segment where we give you a little piece of advice that you didn't want, you didn't think you needed, but we're going to give it to you anyway, okay? This is unsolicited advice. Phil, why don't you take it first?
It is the holiday season, and I'm sure there are great deals, so why don't you take advantage of those deals and go buy yourself an electric fly swatter. Not only will it get the job done, you'll lose your stomach for any toasted items as the smell of electrified bug poo fills your nostrils, so it's a dietary aid, as well as it's very, very therapeutic. You're welcome.
Now, if you live in colder places, the weather is turning right now. Here, it is currently in the evening 5 degrees Celsius, which is like 41 degrees Fahrenheit. It is cold. It is what they call cuffing season. You're all finding a boo to snuggle with in the winter. And I'm just going to tell you right now, embrace ear play. Okay? There's this weird thing sometimes where people are like weird about their ears. They think it's strange. Let me tell you now, embrace a happier life by opening your mind to ear play. You're welcome.
So this week's Once More is actually going to be fairly rather quick, but I think that it will be meaningful, especially later on down the line. So again, let's reiterate one last time. Week 1 of a 4 weeks of Christmas theme, I guess is what we'll say for the podcast. But for getting to a later episode here in the 4 weeks of Christmas, we will be giving each other gifts. Now, we wanted to make it something a little bit more thoughtful, something a little bit more special. So therefore, this Once More, we're going to be giving each other a noun, something, a person, place, or thing that the other person will have to incorporate in their gift to the other. So, for instance, if David were to be saying his Once More, he would be saying poodles or something, and I would then have to get him a gift, his Christmas gift, that involves poodles. Somehow, some way incorporates poodles, and that will be discovered later on in a later episode of POWWOW Podcast. So, David, would you care to go first or second?
I will go second.
Okay, so I will go first, and I will tell you that the theme that I would want or wish for you to go in picking my gift, I want to go dragons. Dragon or dragons. I'll go either way, and here's why. I'll tell you why. I feel like nobody, nowhere, no how is ever going to get me a dragon or fantastical themed thing because I'm very logical. So I don't think that the first thing they think of for me is dragons. So I'm curious to see how you will go out of your way to incorporate a dragon into my gift. And I'm curious. Maybe I'm thinking you'll go with wallet, but maybe now that I've said it, you'll go away from that. But either way, all right, Hoffman. What is
Now?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I went a very different direction here. My word for you, Phil, is now I'm trying to pick. They're the same meaning, really, but two different words. I'm going to go with snuggles.
Snuggles.
Okay, my theme for you is snuggles. Cuddles was the other word, which means the same thing, but I think snuggles really feels a little bit more Christmassy. That's just my mood right now. It's cold out. I'm all about the snuggles. So there you go. Snuggles is your inspiration to get whatever you find for me online.
Snuggles and dragons both keep you warm in very different ways. Let's get along to the game. Black Friday shopping begins, and I'm sure one of the most coveted items to come out this season, and it's probably not even on sale, that's how much in demand it is, will be Taylor Swift's re-released Red album. And of course, Shannon Blunt, our guest, my friend, I hope I can go that far, but at least co-worker, is joining us and is a stan of Taylor Swift and her albums and mischievous deeds and everything going on about Taylor's T-Swizzle. Shannon, welcome to the show, and howdy.
Hello, I am I guess a Taylor Swift stan. I have been since I was a kid. I listened to all of her albums. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about Taylor Swift. Is that what we're talking about today?
Oh no, wouldn't
No
that be
one
lovely?
buys albums anymore.
Do you
it's
have
just not.
Why?
It's
have,
not
like,
real.
Do you have like at least one record of T-Swizzle, Shannon? Like one actual like vinyl? Excuse me.
Oh, vinyl.
Vinyl. Excuse me.
I do have one vinyl of
One
Taylor
vinyl.
Swift because I have a record player because I'm classic Gen Z. Why wouldn't I have a
Absolutely.
record player?
Absolutely. It's a better quality sound, I'm sure. That is not one of my questions, but we do get three to ask Shannon to get to know her a little bit more. Since Shannon is my guest, my friend, my coworker, Hoffman gets two questions. And of course, he knows a little bit about her, being as how we are all three in the same fantasy football league. I won last night against Shannon, but that does not matter. That does not matter in the slightest because, Hoffman, your question goes first. Take it away.
All right, my first question is, what is something you've always wanted to say in bed, but the moment has never been right?
Huh. That is a good question. I don't know. Honestly, that's a hard question. What do you say in bed when the moment's not right? Sometimes, do you ever get like really hungry? And you're like thinking about like what you're going to eat
maybe.
later? You're like, what do you want to do after this? Like, in the middle of it? I feel like that's always
maybe when you
popped
get
up in my head.
when you get real comfortable with someone, maybe that starts to be where your mind goes halfway through.
Well, that
Probably, or just like stop, or like like I don't want that. I want to go do something else. I'm done. I get bored sometimes. I don't know if that happens to guys.
Well, that has to be the evolution of how food got incorporated into sex, right? People got so bored during it that they started thinking of sex, and then eventually they're like, "What if we just mix the two?"
Added it.
Yes, incorporated it, and people were like, "Well, I don't know, let's do
It
honey."
can only go up from there,
Yeah, yes, exactly. It was when it became like a granola mix on people's bodies that it was like, that's too much. That's too much. All right, let's move
A
along.
nice little parfait.
Absolutely. Everybody loves a parfait. My first question here, Shannon, and I want real answers and I want real numbers here. How many times have you actually cried while listening to Taylor Swift, and where was the most public?
Honestly, I had not cried to Taylor Swift until her re-release of Red. I talked to Philip actually last night about this. I am pretty desensitized to media because I have a mother who cries a lot and she'll cry at the drop of a pen. So basically, I don't cry at things very often. So if I do cry, it's pretty significant.
Yeah.
So when Taylor Swift released her re-release of Red, Taylor's version, at midnight on Tuesday, like it was Tuesday or Thursday, I was on
You don't know?
Fantasy. It was on alarm after hours. I was working. I was
Oh,
working.
fair enough.
And I did listen to the 10-minute version in my other ear while listening to my host in the other side. And I started crying because it was so relatable. I am now. When it came out, it was like 2012. I was like 13. I didn't know anything about like love life or anything, or I thought I did, but I was like 13, and now I'm 24 and I have had relationships and gone through breakups and everything. And I started crying, one, because it was so good. And then you realize her situation of her not owning her media and everything. And it's really like uplifting that she finally gets to like own what she's making, because like someone had taken that from her. And so I did cry. And then my friend called me. She works in media as well, so she was up late. It was like 2 a.m. I was listening to the whole album at that point, and she called me and we like cried on FaceTime for a good 3 hours. I did cry publicly to Taylor Swift in a drive. So I guess that's public because I'm in my car. I had to like pull over in Walmart because it was nothing new with her and Phoebe Bridgers.
Oh,
It
yeah.
hits you right in the heart of being a growing up as a woman. So she gets you, man. Those are the two songs that have made me cry from Taylor Swift ever. So
Isn't the car like one of the most perverse public spaces ever? Because you always feel secluded, but then
Safe.
you're also the person that you realize.
But you know
driving
that
by.
people can see you.
Yes, you're driving
I
by.
have no tint. I have no tint on my windows either.
Yeah,
So
everybody knows this, that it's not private, but yet and still you'll see somebody and you'll laugh, being like, they're doing their makeup, and then in the same token you'll just go ahead and like pick gold mine. You know, it's ridiculous. All right,
you're just
Hoffman.
like snacking down on some chicken nuggets.
I'm going to need
yes,
someone to
well.
explain this whole re-release because I don't get it. I missed the whole thing, but not now. We certainly don't have time for that right now. My last question, which talk show host would you want to take you to dinner and a show?
On our channel or like any?
Like any major talk show host, like on the major
So like
networks.
Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, the Jimmys.
Right.
You've got
the Jimmys, the
Oprah.
Jameses, and the et cetera.
You
The
got
Ellens,
Ellen.
the Oprahs.
You've got Howard Bender.
You see,
You've got
I used to
whoever
be
you
a really
want.
big Jimmy Fallon person, and I was like obsessed with Jimmy Fallon. But recently he's gotten kind of annoying with all of the stuff he's been doing. So I've been kind of like getting a big ick from Jimmy Fallon's like just work.
Yeah.
I'd say Oprah because she'd probably like wine and dine you. You know, she gets you some like good food. She probably has a bunch of great stories. You know, I would like love to just talk to Oprah about what she's done. And like,
here's the thing though,
like,
would she allow you to talk about yourself or about her, or would she like be interviewing you during the whole time where she's like, honey, bring the ranch peaches, please. We just got those through the harvest. Yeah. So Shannon, about this food obsession during sex, when did that originate in your life? And then you're just opening up because it's Oprah, of course.
Oh yeah, Oprah could probably get anything she wants out of anyone. You know,
I think Oprah decides what the topic of conversation is going to be.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
She stares. She wears the pants in the conversation. She doesn't need a relationship.
I would gladly let her wear the pants.
Yeah, she wears the pants, the suit.
Take it away, Oprah.
Phil, I have a question for you.
She wears it all and leaves you naked. Yes, go ahead, Hoffman.
Are ranch peaches, are they peaches that come from a ranch, or are they peaches covered in ranch?
Covered in ranch.
No, it comes from a ranch. She lives on a ranch. She's notorious. She has like a mansion on top of a ranch. Don't ask me why I know so much about Oprah. Anyways.
I did picture ranch covered peaches when you said that. And I was like, that sounds disgusting. I don't know if I'd eat that for Oprah.
I was like, is this what Phil thinks is elegant?
No. I have some taste. Some.
Some. All right. So it's time for the game. And the game this week is, because we're talking about holiday shopping, and it is we've just had Black Friday, which is now a whole week these days, and then there's Cyber Monday, and that's a whole week, and so it's shopping season.
It's a vibe.
So we're going to be playing a game where the person hosting the game is going to present two items from us, maybe Target.com or Amazon, and the contestants will have to determine which of the two items is the more expensive. And so I am titling this game in honor of my favorite show, The Office. It's called I Love You This Many Dollars Worth. Sound good?
Yeah. I could dig it.
Great.
All right. So Shannon, who would you like to face first?
Oh man. Let's go with David. I know Philip, so.
Okay.
All right.
So then I will go first. Let's go Black Friday shopping. I'm going to give you two Black Friday deal items and the store they can be found on sale at. Your job is to tell me which item is cheaper now that it's on sale. So it may be correct
Which
one
item
way.
is cheaper?
Which item is
Okay.
cheaper is the item that we're looking for. Cheaper. Cheaper is what we are going for. All right. First two items up for bid here. A Ninja Foodie Convection Toaster Oven with 11-in-1 functionality with dual heat technology and flip functionality in silver. That is the first item. Or the KitchenAid Pro 5TM plus 5 quart bowl lift stand mixer, also in silver.
I will have to be honest with you. I do own both of these items. They're in my kitchen or being packed up because I am moving.
The silver version?
Currently. Both silver versions, surprisingly so. I do enjoy both items. They're both very
Do you
nice.
use
I highly
all
recommend
11
them.
functions of the toaster convection oven?
No, because it is very intimidating. I use like the air fry and the oven option and the toast
and
option.
the toast. So you 3 of the 11. I wonder what like the other 8 are. I wonder if there's like a make soup option.
Probably if I went into it comes with a big book of recipes that you can like learn to use. I'm going to say that the oven is probably cheaper on sale for Black Friday than the KitchenAid, only because I do know the purchase price of when I got these. I'm thinking the oven's going to be cheaper on Black Friday.
Okay. And Hoffman.
I was thinking the oven too. I know those mixing things sometimes are just irrationally expensive, and I feel like even, I don't know, yeah, despite the 11 functions, as impressive as that is, I just think it's going to be the cheaper item, the more likely to be on a larger sale.
Well, the sniff is correct here for both of you going down the same trail. The convection oven is at a low $179.99 price tag on sale right now. Don't know what Shannon bought it at. But the KitchenAid stand mixer is at $219.99 currently on sale. So $40 difference there, and both on a great deal.
Is it a stain mixer or a stand mixer? You've been flip-flopping all over the place.
Well, it's because it has flip functionality, David. Anyways, we go. Yes.
Okay.
All right. We go next to Target, where we will find the Throw Avocado game, or the new bright 1 to 8 22-inch RC full function USB showcase sports car Corvette C8 Torch Red Edition. David, is the full function USB showcase sports car Corvette more expensive or less expensive than the Throw Avocado game?
All right. I'm guessing you're not going to explain to me what Throw Avocado is and how it works.
I have no earthly idea. I believe the users and lovers of the Throw Burrito game would have an inkling, but I don't know.
I'm going to count on this being a trick question because the RC USB car sounds like the more intricate, expensive, technologically pricey item. But I'm going to say that the car thingy, the USB, whatever it is the cheaper one on sale.
Okay. Shannon?
See, I do feel like this is a trick question. You're trying to throw us off by making it sound like the avocado game will probably be more expensive, and then therefore making us want to pick the car, but you're like trying to throw us off. So I think that the avocado game is going to be my pick.
So if I'm understanding you both correctly, David believes I'm throwing a trick on you, but Shannon thinks I'm doing a double trick on you. Thus, she's going with the initial trick to out trick myself. I love it. You guys both give me tons of credit. And I think when I put this together and I just looked at the first two items on Black Friday sale, that was my reasoning. And thus, the Avocado Throw Edition game is the cheaper of the two, coming in at a $12.49 price tag to the Corvette's $29.99 price tag. So Shannon leads this edition 2-1 currently. Let us move along. Shannon, you'll be going here first. An ESPN 10-player premium foldable poker table with inlaid LED lights, gray, it's the gray edition of this foldable poker table, or the Skywalker Trampoline's 12-foot trampoline with safety enclosure, and it's blue. Both can be found at Walmart. So Shannon, is the 10-player premium foldable poker player table with ESPN branding more or less expensive than the trampoline?
This is a hard one Because Walmart is all over the place.
Can
You
you
can get anything at
Can you
Walmart.
describe the trampoline again? Can you read the full title of the trampoline
Oh,
again?
yes, absolutely. It's a Skywalker trampoline, which is 12-foot trampoline with safety enclosures.
What does this look like? Do you have a picture? Like, does it have like Star Wars on it? Is it Star Wars?
I've seen it, and it
says Skywalker.
it has no connection whatsoever to The Last Jedi or The Fallen Jedi or The Return of the Jedi.
I'm going to say that the trampoline is going to be less expensive than the ESPN table.
Okay.
With LED lights.
And
foldable options.
I'm going to daringly say the opposite. I think that the ESPN foldable poker table is the cheaper of the two.
Since you both chose different options, one of you is correct. And the 10-player premium foldable poker table comes in at $268.20 while on sale, cut down from $350 price tag originally. Whereas the Skywalker trampoline was slashed down to $239.99, meaning Shannon takes the point and now holds a commanding 3-1 lead in points. We go to our fourth option where David will have to go first. Here we go.
No, hold on. Shannon will have to go first.
Sure, absolutely. Shannon will go first since she holds the lead.
I'm here for it.
Do you not understand my logic there,
I do
Phil?
understand. I do understand. Since she is ahead and she has a 2-point lead, it only makes sense to give David the option to go and switch his pick from where she starts out. So here we go. A Shark AI RV2001 Wi-Fi connected robot vacuum with advanced navigation. Or a Sharper Image LED fogless shower mirror and speaker. Both deals can be found at the Triple B, otherwise known as the Bed Bath & Beyond. Shannon, is the robot vacuum more or less expensive while on sale than the LED fogless shower mirror and speaker?
This is hard. I've actually been looking at vacuums, and I do know which one you're talking about, but I don't know the Black Friday deal. I know I'm moving. I got to get a vacuum. Gosh, the Black Friday deal for that could be really good. I know Shark loves to throw in some Black Friday deals on their product, but then like an LED, the LED mirror does not sound expensive at all. I'm going to say that.
It's fogless, Shannon.
Still, I don't think it's going to be as much as a robotic vacuum that cleans your house for you.
Okay, so Shannon goes with the LED fogless shower mirror and speaker. Hoffman?
I'm going to go with the vacuum. Got no other choice.
He's got no other choice. But unfortunately, he has no other result. He does come in behind Shannon, guessing the correct one, while the Shark comes in at $179 while on sale. Shannon, go ahead and check out that deal. Yes, the fogless shower mirror and speaker all-in-one combined Sharper Image brand comes in at $110. So still much below the sticker price of the other one.
That is an expensive mirror.
It is a very expensive mirror, and I'm guessing it's because of the fogless feature. We move to our last one.
I mean, obviously.
All right, Shannon, our last one that you will lead us in while Hoffman just does it for formalities. The Breville CS2001 Joule Sous Vide White Polycarbonate, or the Samsung 24-inch CF396 curved monitor, 1080p dual monitor, laptop monitor, monitor stand, riser, mount, compliant, AMD FreeSync, gaming, HDMI, and it's in black. Both can be found on Amazon. So this is an all-in-one monitor.
What is the first thing?
Yeah, tell me the first thing again.
It's a Samsung 24-inch curved monitor, essentially. But it's all of these in one.
I thought that was the second thing.
Oh.
What was the first
the first
option?
thing is a Breville Joule Sous Vide in white polycarbonate.
But what is that?
A Joule?
What is that?
Like a vape
No,
pen,
it's
like a Joule?
So essentially, I'm surprised you to have not heard of the Joule Sous Vide. It is the way that you cook food by boiling at a precise temperature. You put things in a vacuum-sealed bag, and then you boil it to perfection. Afterwards, you take it out and you sear it as you want. I don't know what the hell it is either. It's just on sale.
I don't know what at this at all.
So have you guys seen the mixer that has like a ball at the end, but it's like you hold it in your hand and you put it in there and it makes like salsa verde or something and whatever it is, or it looks.
You mean a pestle and mortar, a mortar and pestle, whatever it is?
Perhaps. It looks like that. It looks like a big pepper thing that they come around with whenever you go to Olive Garden, but it's white because it's polycarbonate white. And it essentially, it's like those lemonade stands at In-N-Out where it cycles out the water and it boils it. So that way you boil your food to perfection.
I'm on the East Coast. I don't know what an In-N-Out is.
I don't know what the
God.
hell you're talking about.
It's a joule sous vide.
Right.
I'll show you guys.
No. Let's just take a random guess.
I'm going to say that the monitors are more expensive, so that the Joule whatever is less expensive.
Hoffman, you are.
I'm going to say the same thing.
So you both are saying that the monitor is less expensive?
Wait, hold on.
No,
you know what?
the monitor is more expensive.
I'm going to say that the monitor is less expensive.
So
the monitor is more expensive for me.
All right, so Shannon's going with the least expensive is the Joule, and
the Joule,
and Hoffman's going with G monitor. Got it. And Hoffman finally gets point number 2. As we know, the French are sticking on their sticker price. The Joule is $159.95 on sale, while the monitor is a mere $139.99. Just for fun, that's
a good price on a monitor.
Yeah, no kidding. I implore both of you to
double or nothing.
I implore both of you to go after this episode and go check out the Joule sous vide and enjoy the mind-opening experience that it encompasses. Just for fun, let's kick in the tiebreaker as it dies after this week. When going to When going to Best Buy's Black Friday deal section, one can see the first deal found is for a Nintendo Switch, Neon Blue or Neon Red Joy-Con, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, a 3-month Nintendo Switch Online membership. Now, how much is the sale price for this item? Closest wins. Hoffman, you would have had to force the tie, so you go first on this. How much is the item?
I'm going to say $249.99.
$249.99. Shannon, what do you think the sale price is for the Nintendo Switch?
Is this a fair question? Because I've talked to you, Philip, about how I am a TikTok creator on Nintendo.
Oh, that's right.
Content.
I actually did not. It was just the first item I found on Best Buy. I'm so sorry, but at least it doesn't matter. But how much do you think?
So I have to give the price.
The price
for
for
this?
it on sale.
Can you repeat it again for me?
Yes, it's a Nintendo Switch package that comes with a Neon Blue and Neon Red Joy-Con with a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe download, a 3-month Nintendo Switch Online membership, and the whole system comes in black neon or blue neon.
So it's a whole Switch.
A whole Switch.
With all of those added.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. On sale for Black Friday. I'm going to say around 300. I'm going to just say straight up 300.
Straight up 300. Shannon, you are off by 1 cent. It is $299.99. So you would have taken home the entire both showcases there. Wow. Hoffman, does it make you feel any better, just like in fantasy, knowing that no matter what you would have done, you would have lost? Your silence is deafening. Your silence is deafening. All right, Hoffman, let's flip the tables and you take the lead here.
Everything that you're about to hear is on Amazon.com, with the exception of the skip question, because Phil, you do have a skipping stone as a reminder. So if we get there, then that one will be slightly different. But in every case, I'm going to give you 2 products which are similar, related in some way, and you tell me which one is more expensive. Now, let me be clear. This is regardless of sale. Did not take into account any sale prices. These are the original prices.
Okay.
So even if it's currently marked down from 50 to 35, 50 is the number. Okay. So you're going to tell me which one is more expensive.
God, how much is the Joule sous
regardless
vide
of any sales?
Normally, I don't even know. I don't remember.
Shut up about your damn... Yeah. All right. So our first one, Monopoly. Our first product is Monopoly Game of Thrones board game for adults.
Shoot.
For adults.
Our second one is Monopoly Marvel Avengers Edition board game for ages 8 and up. And we will go to you first, Shannon.
So I'm naming which one is more expensive.
Which one is more expensive?
I'm going to say the Marvel because I feel like Marvel likes to price jack their name.
I'm actually
All right.
going to go in reverse of this one and take an early lead because I think Game of Thrones, I know that while they have a major audience, I don't think they have it as much now. And I think it's become more niche. So therefore, they're going to price jack it. So that way, when they sell fewer items, it'll be comparable, whereas they'll try to make it more affordable for the kids for Marvel.
All right. Well, Phil, you take an early lead then. It was priced at $31.12, whereas the Avengers edition costs $29.99.
Barely, though.
All right. Now we move on to sitcoms. First of all, we have The Friends, the complete series collection on DVD.
Ooh.
Against The Office, the complete series on DVD. Phil, we go to you first. Which one is more expensive?
Ah, dang it. Well, I don't want to give my reasoning away because I think Shannon will hop on. So therefore, I'm going to go with Friends.
I'm going to go with Friends as well. I think there's more seasons.
That's what I was going with. I think that there's like 11 to 6 or something.
They both want Friends.
Eh.
And they both are successful. Friends is priced at $44.99 and The Office at $40. All right, next up we have, so hold on, the score now is 2 to you, Phil, 1 to you, Shannon. Next up we have His and Hers. His and Hers hand towel set, anniversary wedding engagement gifts for couples. Against His and Hers mugs set of 2 ceramic coffee mugs, cute matching coffee mugs for couples. His and Hers gifts for Christmas. Campfire couples coffee mugs set for anniversary. Couple mugs for him and her.
Skip the hell out of this.
You're going to skip?
Yeah, skip with contempt.
Oh, man.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, can I say the mugs would be more expensive, though?
Okay, Phil, what would you have said?
For funsies?
Yeah, just for funsies. I think it's the towels because you can embroider it and then plus it's fabric, but I don't know.
Well, then I'm furious that you decided to skip. Shannon, you were right. The mugs are $29.95.
I love mugs.
And Phil, $19.99 for the hand towel set.
Wow, okay.
This next category is called expensive taste. We have new Apple AirPods Pro against Bose noise canceling headphones 700, Bluetooth over-ear wireless headphones with built-in microphone for clear calls and Alexa voice control, black. And who are we on first? We're going to Shannon first.
This is hard. Apple is notorious for price jacking everything. But I have a bunch of Bose products as well. This is hard. This is really hard. I'm going to say that the AirPods are more expensive.
And Phil?
I think it has to be the Bose because I think AirPods, even at their most expensive, I think over the ear just takes it to like Bose at like $350 to like $300 of AirPods, I think. So just the over the ear compact and like the connector, I think, with like a package deal that you have to do. I think it's the Bose.
And you're correct, Phil. The Bose come in at $379 against the Apple AirPods $249. Of course, if you were to price the AirPods Max against the Bose, those would be I think those go for like 500, 600.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Something
have you seen
outrageous like that.
Have you seen the protective case that they offer for that? It's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. It leaves the head of like open to just break. I get it. It's cute. It's a handle, whatever. But I don't know about the rest of you, but I get some like hair gel and like on this top part. I don't want to hold it. I have some. What if I'm like, hey, sister, can you please bring over my headphones? She grabs it with her greasy fingers. No, it's so stupid. I'm out. Apple.
Well, that means that the score is now 3-1. Shannon, you still have a chance. You have to do this for me. Yes, you do. You just have to get both of these correct.
I'll go first.
We move on to question 5.
No pressure.
You
no
will
pressure
go
at
first.
all.
We move on to question 5, Lego. First up, we have Lego Star Wars, The Mandalorian, The Child, 75318, Building Kit, collectible buildable toy model for ages 10 plus, new 2020, 1,073 pieces.
Okay.
Against Lego Marvel Infinity Gauntlet 76191, collectible building kit, Thanos hand gauntlet model with Infinity Stones, 590 pieces. Phil, we go to you first. Which one is more expensive?
Wow. Now, this I feel like is the more difficult one because if it's a wearable gauntlet, that design alone may be more expensive than even a more pieced round child like that it just even though it's more pieces, it's going to be easier to design than a wearable gauntlet with stones and the advertising. I think I'm going to go with the child though, just off of the pieces alone, and I'll be wrong if I'm wrong.
It's not a wearable gauntlet.
Oh, well, regardless.
It's still Lego.
I don't know.
It's made of Lego.
I mean, sometimes they make like bracelets and jewelry that you can wear if you want to. Get off my gauntlet.
Yeah, but it's a Lego. All right. Fine. What was your answer?
My answer is for the child. I go with the child. I'm a man of the children.
Okay. Shannon?
Interesting word choice. I'm going to go with the gauntlet because you said collectible. And I feel like, oh gosh, I don't know. I guess I'm going to go with the gauntlet just because.
Because you can't win if you don't. And unfortunately, you can't win because Phil got it right. The Mandalorian Baby Yoda, the child, $79.99. And the gauntlet, $69.99.
Oh, so it was close.
Dang.
It was close. And wearable.
And we will go to our last question and tiebreaker for funsies and for respectability.
Don't we have one more question? Because I skipped one?
Yeah, one more question. Yeah, one more question and tiebreaker. That's what I said.
Oh, I thought it was all in one. Excuse me.
No, gosh. All right. This one is called Big Brother. First of all, and these are each this is now 3 products, and each one is sold on its respective website.
Oh.
Because they are not all available on Amazon US.
Oh, wow.
All right. All new Echo Show 8, second generation 2021 release, HD smart display with Alexa and 13 megapixel camera, charcoal, Apple HomePod Mini, and Google Nest Audio.
So it's one of the 3?
One of the 3 is more expensive. Shannon?
So there was an Alexa, an Apple, and a Google.
Essentially, yeah.
Yes, there's the Echo Show 8 from Amazon. There's the Apple HomePod Mini. And then there's the Google Nest Audio.
I'm going to go with the Alexa one.
Okay.
Yeah, the question becomes, how much does Amazon run ahead with brand recognition? Because if you think that because they're so far ahead that they're now just trying to get everybody in on it and then they'll have easier access to Amazon, then it's Alexa. But if you're thinking that it's Google trying to introduce everybody to their version of it, then it would be probably the cheapest.
I mean, all of these have been around.
Yeah.
All of these ideas have been around for several years already.
Oh, sure.
They've all had these products out for several years. These are the latest versions of each one.
Sure. I'm probably I'll go away from it. I'll go with the most expensive will probably be the Apple one, just because they're annoying.
All right, the Apple HomePod Mini comes in at $99.99.
Mm-hmm.
The Google Nest Audio also comes in at $99.99. Sorry,
no.
$100 each. And the Amazon Echo Show 8 is the more premium option. It doesn't actually compare with the other 2. It is $129.99. It's got like a screen and a little camera. It's the like the iPad that sits on your kitchen counter, basically. Yeah. So that one. So that means that the score finishes 4-2.
I'll take it.
Tiebreaker. Let's go to the tiebreaker. The total sum in dollars, if you were to buy every product that I talked about today.
Oh, damn it.
Oh,
all right.
Gave us the prices on them. Oh, no.
Yeah. But you weren't keeping track, were you?
No, I wasn't.
All right. So we'll go to Phil first, just for shits and giggles.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad we went to me first, as I'm so prepared. I think 4, 5,
I'm not good at math.
5.
Don't try to do math. You're just gonna.
I think you're
just gonna get it wrong.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be about.
Go with your heart.
I'm gonna go with $797.32.
Okay, and Shannon, you can go above or below that. It's closest wins.
I'm gonna go with 800 on the dot. Seems like a safe call.
Let's go $798.33.
both wildly off.
Oh,
Oh no.
The correct total is $13.03.99.
wow. What did I forget?
That's way off.
$1,303.99.
What did I
was the
forget?
total.
I think it was the
I mean-
mugs probably threw you off, Philip.
I mean,
Yeah.
guys, the headphones, the AirPods
Oh,
Pro
that's right.
and the Bose
That's right.
headphones alone
Yeah.
The
total-
I forgot about the
headphones.
over
headphones.
$600.
I forgot about the freaking
So,
headphones.
yeah.
That's good.
All right. Well, there it is. I lose. Phil wins. Things are
The
getting
world is restored
really
to
not
balance.
good
I have
for
a
me.
lead. But we'll talk more about that in a moment. While we have Shannon here, Shannon, would you like to plug your TikTok where you do talk about Nintendo Switches and other various electronics?
Yeah, sure. You can follow me on TikTok at ShannerNanner1. My friend gave me that name in high school, so it just stuck with
How
me.
does one spell that?
ShannerNanner, and then the numeral 1. ShannerNanner1. I post about Animal Crossing content, Nintendo content. Got a cool following on there. I just hit 2 million likes yesterday,
done.
so it's cool. It's a lot of fun.
Wow.
I do make
Phil
money
and I
from
are-
TikTok, so it's interesting.
Right.
That's amazing. Yeah, Phil and I are too old for TikTok.
Wait, how old are you?
Too damn old.
I'm 24.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Jesus. Oh, Christ. All right. So Shannon, you're there, and thank you so much for joining us today. It was great to have you on, and in honor of the episode, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. This was a lot of
Merry
fun.
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
And with that win, we start off Christmas right. And I finally pull ahead of David at 17-20 record overall, while David simmers behind at a 16-21 record.
That slaps. Woo. So this week, I tried to think of something kind of Christmassy for you, Phil, for the theme. And you know what? I have an abstract kind of themed that slaps this week.
All
It is a
right.
song. Now, with the holiday season in full swing by this time, by December 3rd or later, whenever you're listening to this, you're going to be probably spending some time at the dinner table with family or friends, whoever you choose to spend the holidays with. You're going to be spending a lot of time at the dinner table, dinner parties per se, and you're going to need some smooth music. And I have a whole playlist of bossa nova covers of pop songs, and this one is particularly good. It is The Rhythm of the Night, as in, this is the rhythm of the night. Yeah, except it's a bossa nova cover. It's super chill. It is by Groove da Praia and Anna Kelly. And it's called The Rhythm of the Night, and it is a bossa nova cover of the original sort of poppy 90s song. It slaps.
It slaps. I am unfamiliar with Bossa Nova, but I'm sure we can have a full-length discussion about
Bossa
it later.
Nova.
Bossa Nova, them too.
Bossa Nova, yes.
Bossa Nova. I am going with something that I would want for Christmas. I realized this past weekend that Walk the Moon, my favorite band, just released a new album. I'm elated. I am over the moon. I'm not just walking it. I'm over it. It's phenomenal. There's only like 2 or 3 songs maybe on the whole album that I don't love. But my favorite song off of the new album is Giants by Walk the Moon. Add it to the playlist. Add it to your heart because it slaps. Thank you so much for all of you listening to this episode and getting in the Christmas spirit with us. We are very festive and holly and jolly and, speaking for myself, a little tubby. So we do have a few thank yous that we need to get through before we close out this podcast. First off,
thank you to Cass and Crossland and Jake Corlang for the music that you hear on the show. We love it.
Also, thank you to Terry Amstutz and Josh Hans for their wonderful additions to the show. Thank you so much. We love watching. We love seeing. We love everything. Thank you so much. Also, make sure that you continue to subscribe and listen to all of our podcasts, new and old.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. They're classics. Go back and listen. Go ahead and give it a... Just keep on listening. That's really all that we can ask of you. You certainly don't need to, but we very much appreciate it.
Yep.
What
We
better
have
way?
a full 3 more weeks of Christmas coming up for you guys.
Absolutely. If that's not something to get excited about, I don't know what is. Goodness gracious. Make sure to listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, pretty much anywhere you listen to your podcast, including Google Podcasts, except for Pandora, because, well, you know, it's the holiday season, so I guess, you know what, I'll change my mind. Screw you, Pandora.
Who says reindeer can't fly? You know what Santa does? He sets a polar bear after them. Then all reindeer can fly.